Greetings Commanders, welcome to the video of the play of the season, Season 3. The 4th season of the Red Alert Global League is about to start, so there was a little bit of pressure to get this video out, and finally here it is. And it's not one video, but it will be 2 videos, because last season there were so many awesome games, awesome plays, that I had to put them all. I didn't want to delete anyone, so I put them all into 2 videos. Just because it's fun. I'm gonna tell a bit more about Red Alert Global League Season 4 and a bit more about Play of the Season. But we're gonna start off right away with the nominees, because there are a lot of them. If you've joined the 4th season of the Red Alert Global League, make sure you go to the Sleipnir forum, check out who you're playing against this week and next week. Make sure you send them an email, get in contact, pick a date, be there and play. And if you can't play this week, send a delay notice. Just be sure that you show that you've taken initiative, so that the people know, so that the Red Alert Global League organization knows that you've been active and you've prevented yourself from getting a strike. Anyway, off to the first nomination. It's the game Gatekeeper versus Barf on the map Desert Rats. And this nomination is called What a Day to Be an Engineer. And if you look in the north, just behind that tree, there's an engineer, and he has just captured one of the oil derricks. You can see Barf in yellow brownish. He's a very famous player because his blob is always bigger than yours. No matter what you do, it's always bigger. And well, you will see that for every nomination I'll show a little bit of context to see what happened during the game, how the play worked out, and because it's just fun to see. Gatekeeper in purple is also a very well-known player. You must have seen games from him on 5 Aces channel, as he's a creative player. He's very dangerous. When you least expect it, there's a blob somewhere behind in your base, and when you kill it, there's another blob. So he's definitely a good, strong player that you should fear to the very end of every game. And this game was played in the Masters League last season. So what we see is Gatekeeper has an expansion in the southwest. He tried to base push Barf, but Barf was on point. He had built a wall, destroyed base defenses, and is pushing away Gatekeeper, as we can see now. But Gatekeeper has a trick up his sleeve, and it's the engineer. And as you can see, it captures the construction. Yes! Very nasty to get your MCV being captured by the engineer, as it costs you money. He can build whatever in the base. Barf noticed, he sells off a couple of buildings to kill the engineer and to prevent any further damage. But the damage has been done, as the MCV has been captured, and it gives Gatekeeper the opportunity to build in the base of Barf. As you see, Barf does do it really smart with the walls around the base defenses, preventing it from shooting everywhere, destroying every buildings. But lots of buildings have been destroyed, and this is a strong blow. Barf, still in the game, manages to push Gatekeeper out of the center and to keep the game going. So a bit more about the play of the season. This video's attempts to gather all the best plays and games of the season of the Red Alert Global League Season 3. And we try to collect both the plays and the great games. And plays can be something really good, great micro. It can be something funny, something lucky. It can be whatever noteworthy. And well, we collect those. And great games can be comebacks, hard-fought games, whatever. This will change for the 4th season, but for the 4th version of the play of the season, as we will nominate only games. But in this video we also talk about the best plays of the 3rd season. So Barf is pushing back the expansion of Gatekeeper in the north, but it's not enough to actually achieve something really. And he hadn't scouted that base. As you saw, he just moved his MCV through it. That was first scout of the base. Gatekeeper has been more effective. He has pushed Barf out of the southwest. Doesn't push through really over here, but he did win big in the southeast. And here is another big attack that will push Barf to the knees. So the hero engineer gave Gatekeeper the first nomination. You should check this game in full because it was a game that went up and down and was just really entertaining. And did the engineer give Gatekeeper the win? I don't know, but it's definitely was a big blow and part of the victory for Gatekeeper. So, if you like this one, keep it in mind and vote on Gatekeeper later. On to the next nomination. It's Doomsday in purple versus Omnom in green. The game is played in the recruit division. Both players are definitely good players, especially Omnom is known to be one of the strongest. You might know Doomsday as he is a Twitch commenter. He joins several casters and well, just comments on the game. And he was nominated for this no shame all-in cheese build, and you'll see why. Because as you see, the build is very strange. No refinery yet, 4 barracks, bunch of grenadiers. You all know what is coming. And I think he feared Omnom so much that this was his only chance to get a win. And we'll see if it works. He even sells off his MCV, really goes all in. Nothing is left, and if Omnom managed to push this attack back, then it's definitely insta-win. But as you can also see, Omnom has no defensive structure ready. He's only building a normal structure, as you can see on the blue bar, and no gray bar, so it means he's not building any defensive structures. And here comes the Doomsday blob. Grenadiers pick off the barracks, preventing new infantry from popping out. Construction yard is being destroyed. Harvester blows up a whole lot of engineers by driving over them. And, well, Omnom has to resign, he has nothing left. It's a very cheesy build, but it did give Doomsday the win, so why not? And straight on to the third nominee. It's Mint Spokesman versus BlueJay, and we're popping into the game quite far. Mint Spokesman in orange is already doing really good, as you can see, expansions all over the map. But BlueJay is working on a pretty strong attack into the main base of Mint Spokesman. And this game is a lesson on why you should push through when you have the chance, and we'll see why. Construction yard goes down, which is nice, so he can't build any defensive structures. First airfield goes down, and the second airfield almost goes down, just a tiny bit of health left. But BlueJay decides to turn around and go attack the army, which is necessary as well. But if only he had attacked that airfield a little bit more. The game is already, I think, decided for Mint Spokesman, as he has a lot more. And here we'll see his 2 airplanes scouting a massive army. The army that will try to turn the game around, and he immediately drops the pair bombs. They come in from a perfect angle, and just look at that. Half of the army is destroyed. If BlueJay had any chance, any hope for winning this game, then that hope is gone right now, because nothing is left. So this was a nomination for Mint Spokesman. Well, helped a little bit by BlueJay, because he showed that you should kill that airfield when you get a chance, or else you'll regret it later. If you liked this nomination, go to the Sleipnir forum and vote on that one. And I'll explain a bit more about the voting system, as it's a little different from last time, as we have so many nominees. But first I'll introduce the next game. It's Lorry Driver versus Andrew. Andrew in pink, purple. He embarks an engineer and he's off to capture the oil derricks of a lorry driver. You all know Lorry Driver, as he won the Red Alert Global League Season 3. And you'll probably know Andrew as well. He's a prominent player in the community. Very good master player. And also you might know Lorry Driver from his Twitch streams. He plans to cast Twitch streams every Friday, so if you want to see the best players play and discuss on how to play, tune in every Friday and well, enjoy the show. So about the game, we see Andrew having a little advantage as he captures the oil derricks and the other are destroyed. The Lorry Driver does a blind MCV expansion, but he notes that Andrew is there and his MCV is lost. So a little bit more about this play of the season. I want you guys to watch all the videos, keep in mind which 3 videos you like best, go to the Sleipnir forum, post a reply to the topic that I will open. List them in the order of your favorite, second favorite and third favorite, and then I will add up all the votes in the end and the winner gets $20. $20 isn't a lot, but it's mostly about honor, fun, getting cool content, and just well, rewarding those who are playing in the Red Alert Global League and who played till the end and who dare to do daring strategies, because I love to see good games and daring strategies and players who are creative and, well, try to win games in original ways. Anyway, back to this game. It's Lorry Driver versus Andrew. Lorry Driver has had a couple heavy blows. He lost 2 MCVs so far. His main base is under attack. The surface depot has been destroyed, so he'll have to rebuild that in order to expand again. And, well, he's still under a massive attack. He has to take off the harvesters from his eco to tank, to help defend, and obviously that will cost him money. And meanwhile, Andrew, if you look at the minimap, you can see Andrew has 2 expansions running very nicely and everything looks perfect for him. There's a harvester getting picked off, thank you. And he rides into another pretty much undefended construction yard, and also that one gets destroyed. Further MCV down, a lot of, well, it costs a lot for Lorry Driver, but also in terms of time as he has to rebuild. Andrew is mined out on his main base, so at some point he'll have to transfer his harvesters. Not sure if he did it. So Andrew has time and money, so he decides to send in a chopper that was just barely visible at Chinook. There it comes. I'll have a sip of coffee, and he's gonna attack the war factory. He places his Chinook on top of the war factory with the A move. Very smart. As soon as it gets picked off, as will happen now, it destroys the war factory. So Andrew is doing great. He's gathering up a huge army with a great composition, some artillery, lots of tanks, all kinds of infantry, some choppers for visibility, some Heinz. And there we go. Massive clash. Lorry Driver instantly decides to move away his MCV because it's under heavy fire. Nice artillery shells, tanks rolling in, squatting the infantry, picking off Heinz, picking off artillery, and this is potentially a devastating attack. Lorry has to send in his army from the northern expansion. And here is where Andrew decides to split up his army. His tanks go for the attack, and infantry has to stall the army. Lorry Driver builds walls to protect his radar dome. Very smart move. They soak up all the tank shells, and he has to move around. Meanwhile, the infantry is destroyed. Lorry does destroy the construction yard, but can he destroy the radar? I've edited this, so no, he's not gonna destroy it. Which is a shame, because that would have hurt it, make this attack much more painful to Lorry Driver if he had destroyed everything. So, well, another attack with Heinz, going for the power plants. And to sum up this game, for a huge part, Lorry Driver had to struggle to get his expansions going. His tech was destroyed, War Factory got destroyed. Meanwhile, he was under big pressure. And Andrew basically did everything right, but somehow he wasn't able to push through. Lorry Driver did keep quite large armies and still was able to expand every other time. But yeah, well, somehow Lorry Driver managed to stay in the game. And obviously the reason this nomination is called a lesson or two on snow survival is because Lorry teaches us how to survive on the map Windstorm. Another attack, not much power left, so Andrew decides to go for the rocket infantry and for the economy. I think 5Ace has caused this game, and I recall him not being fond of the helicopter moves, helicopter attacks. Not sure why, because I would be very well, annoyed by those attacks, losing my power, losing my economy, but apparently it's not significant enough. And it isn't, as we will see, because Lorry Driver can get up and he can push in the south, can push back. Andrew decides to move up his MCV from the south, a move I don't really understand, because he has an MCV just over there, so he could have packed up that one, and I think he needs his MCV in the south to help defend, but I don't know why he did it. Perhaps a little bit of frustration about not having won the game yet. Artilleries are shelling away on the base defenses, and another push by Andrew. The MCV has trouble finding a spot to deploy. The infantry is in the way, and here Andrew tries to pick off the radar dome. He does pick it off, but Lorry Driver had an AA gun ready and was spot on. He killed, I believe, 6 or even 7 Heinz, so it's definitely not worth the cost. And at this point, well, losing the radar dome is always painful, but it doesn't do a lot. And when you're so late in the game, those 6 or 7 Heinz are worth so much in terms of economy, and you've already mined out all your mines, then you cannot lose that. A quite early GG by Andrew, but he was fed up of not being able to push through. Great game by Lorry Driver, and on to the next one. And it's called Lucky Skies by Raimundo. Raimundo is one of our older players in the community. I haven't seen him in a while, and I don't think he has joined for season of the Global League. Anyway, we see a lot of flamethrowers going in the APCs, and Raimundo is planning something, but that is not really...
I don't understand.
Please help me. I don't understand. Welcome to hell.
T is attacking from the south. Raimundo is forced to send in all his expensive units that he has been building for so long. It's a small attack, but a strong attack, and Raimundo just has to respond. Because, well, he has to do something. In goes the APCs, they unload everyone. Everyone is throwing around flames, shooting at each other. I hope it's someone of T. It doesn't matter, you've destroyed the attack. Well, yes, the attack was repelled, but it's very, very costly. Anyway, we saw an airplane lift off, and that airplane will give Raimundo the nomination. Because he uses spy plane, and what does he see? A demo truck. He sends in the yak, and he spots it, very difficult angle. It gets shot from the sky straight onto the demo truck, setting it off, destroying tons of infantry. Lol, oh my god, says T. It's not enough to push back T, because Raimundo has been tacking up way too hard during this game, while T is expanding all over the map as he shoots, and he has a massive flock of yaks. He has several armies, several expansions, and now he will send in those yaks. There goes a flame tower, down goes the power plant, the iron curtain, turn around, and he's losing the tech center as well. But all the planes get shut off, but well worth it. But as we remember, Raimundo is lucky with the planes, because his own plane into the infantry, killing tons. It was glorious, and I just had to add it as well, because well, in this game Raimundo was really lucky in the sky. We're close to the end. Keep an eye, well, nice pair drops as well, but keep an eye to the north, to the war factory. A demo truck is being built, instantly destroyed by the army of T, destroying his entire blob. But as said, Raimundo says GG, this game is over. He has nothing to work from. T has got everything. But Raimundo is nominated for being lucky. And on to the last nomination of this video. It's Sir Cakelot versus Blackhand, and this one is called the Frankenstein Blob, and we'll soon learn why. Both are expanding to their somewhat natural expansion, and Sir Cakelot has built some hijackers. And to introduce the players, Sir Cakelot in blue, you will see him more often. He has several nominations in these videos because he has been very creative, trying different things, daring to take a little risk. And he was nominated several times by NetNasGul, a new player in the community, but very active, really appreciate what he is doing. And we'll see from Sir Cakelot's perspective why he gets this nomination. He spots the MCV, two hijackers go in, Sir Cakelot thanks Blackhand. Blackhand is annoyed for not being able to deploy the MCV, but he couldn't because there was a utility pole, and when he was past the utility pole, a hijacker was standing next to it, so he couldn't. Anyway, this means double tech for Sir Cakelot, and this means crazy blobs, and we already see Heinz accompanied with the flag trucks, weird thing, but a very nice, dangerous combination. While the other player, it's Blackhand, doesn't need a whole lot of introduction. He's a well-known player as well, and he is the new leader of the Red Alert Global League for Season 4. After So Scared stepped down, he was the one to well, be the main organizer with some others, Point One, NetNasGul, and I think that's it. They're doing a great job, and really looking forward to Season 4, and it's probably gonna be awesome, as it's much even bigger, much more players, many new players, and I'll bet they like playing competitive, and we'll probably get some very strong new players as well. Okay, so Sir Cakelot has been building everything he can. I saw medics, spies, shock troopers. He sends in his mammoth tank in first, and there comes the rest. A blob full of medics and shockies. They should not cooperate. That should not be possible, but it is possible because he grabbed an NCV. And really, the army doesn't look so big or that strong, but those shockies are all leveled up. The medics are keeping them alive, and they pick off everything they can put their laser beam on, their electric touch. So, very nice, very crazy blob, very strong, unbeatable when it gets this strong. Blackhand, a very strong player who is playing in the Master League, by the way, this season. He's got nothing left. Everything is destroyed. He's forced off to sell off his buildings. GG. Great game by Sir Cakelot. Congrats to him. On to the next video, and see you in a minute.